Welcome back, everyone. Today I want to count down the top 10 best songs of 2024. Last week we counted down the top 10 worst songs, and if you haven't heard that list or watched it, please check it out. But I can safely say that 2024 was a mostly good year. Pop had a good year, at least for the girlies at least. Hip hop rebounded thanks to rap beef that we'll be talking about here. And you know, looking back into 2024, that what this year will be remembered by, the pop girlies and rap beef. Same qualifications for the worst list applies here, and again, it's the final year of me using these qualifications. So without further ado, here is the top 10 best songs of 2024. Before we begin, if you want to see music bios or more good videos like this, hit the subscribe button. Also, I've started a Patreon account. On here you get more copyrighted material and they'll be uploaded 48 hours prior to YouTube. If you want to support or visit, link is in the description. And without further ado, on to our feature presentation. Number 10. Kicking off this list was the song that started the huge trend of disses.
I feel like Mariah Carey, got these so obsessed. My famous might get managed by Christian.
This only lasted 5 weeks on the charts, but I didn't get why. It was the first of many diss tracks to shake up 2024, and this song, Megan has had enough. Tired of people using her name for liking views, academics. Took a subliminal at DaBaby on how he had sex with her before Tory Lanez did. Took aim at Drake with the BBL line. Not the only time Drake would be targeted on this list, but the most important target here was at Nicki Minaj, using the Megan's Law line to highlight her pedo husband, and the lines about Nicki having no excuse to dislike Megan, and Megan teaming up with Cardi B on WAP isn't a good excuse, in which Nicki afterwards had a meltdown. But in all, this was a to whom it may concern diss, and I love those kind of diss tracks. Didn't last long, but it was vicious, and I'm glad Megan got it off her chest. Number 9. Here's a comeback song that deserved more. I felt like this song got shafted, pause no Diddy, but just think about it. This song came out when Future and Metro disrupted the music stratosphere. Weeks later, it got to number 1, but then it fell off thanks to Taylor Swift unleashing her Torture Poets department. But the song is mostly here on production and groove, as the content could be about two lovers and how their lifestyles differ, using coffee and whiskey as a decent comparison. But forget all of that. The song is catchy and probably might be the most underrated song of the year. Number 8. Here's proof that I don't hate country music. You know what, from now on, every best list will have at least one country song. But Luke Combs has always been one of my favorites from the genre, as he tells the story about a man and his brother. His brother loves to ride his motorcycle, wanted to move out west. The protagonist thought about moving too, but he's more needed in Nashville. But the gut-wrenching part came when his brother died as he hit a guardrail at 3:30. Sad, yes, but the protagonist is happy that he lived out his dreams by moving out west, so they buried him there. It's a storytelling song, and that's something that's missing from music from all genres. So, if you haven't heard this song, please go check it out. It's really good. Number 7. Might be one of the biggest surprise songs to make my list, and for this artist, she might be the biggest surprise of 2024. The reason for me calling it a surprise is because of my non-affiliations with the LGBTQ community, but I do like most of their songs in that lane. For most of us, this was our first time hearing of Chappell Roan, and for a first impression, I liked it. But was surprised that this song became massive for her. In 80 Cents 2, where Chappell tells her female lover, "You love me, but you're not showing me." She tries to deny her LGBTQ love for Chappell, but she tells her good luck because it's going to catch up to her eventually. Add on to a terrific VMA performance, which made me like the song a lot more than I do. And what you get, a hit that wasn't supposed to be this big, but I'm glad it got it this way. Can't wait to see what she builds up from here. Number 6. You know, I think my love life might be similar to SZA's. In 2024, we didn't get much of her. She was supposed to release Lana this year, but I believe it leaked, thus punished her fans by pushing it back. But Saturn is a great song, and most of it comes from her frustrations with her love life. There is stuff out there, but she isn't finding the right one. In fact, her chances are better on Saturn, where there are no humans there that could be toxic. Add on to a twinkly production, and you get another SZA banger. Not amongst her best, but I can't wait to see what Lana gets us. Number 5. I get overplayed can kill a song, but when a chorus is this great, I can't ignore it.
Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jack Daniels got a hit.
If there was one good thing to come out of Beyonce's Cowboy Carter album, was that it introduced us to Shaboozey. But when I first heard the hook for this song, I said, this might be trouble. A song that goes off not only for the country crowd, but has crossover appeal to the pop and hip hop crowd because it interpolates Jaquan's Tipsy, a nostalgic song that I don't mind. Not only that, 19, as of the recording of this video, weeks at number 1, which is the longest for a solo artist. But all in all, I hope this isn't the last we hear from Shaboozey. Yes, this might be overplayed, but when this song is that catchy, the hook is great, I'm glad this became a colossal hit. Number 4. Here's an album cut that should have been a bigger single. What could have been.
Whoa, I'll be your shotgun rider till the...
I'll be brief with this one as I just talked about this song on my recent review of Cowboy Carter. It's Miley and Beyonce having great chemistry as this was on the theme of Ride or Dies. And for me, it was the highlight of this album. I never thought I'd say that about any Miley Cyrus song, but it deserved way better than what it got. Let's move on. Number 3. Alright Billie, you win.
Birds of a feather, we should stick together.
I've been on the outside looking in with Billie Eilish, but I officially became sold after listening to her Hit Me Hard and Soft album. But I remember listening to this album back in May and was immediately hooked on this song, and I'm glad the fans agreed. The vocals, the Phineas production, the content of Everlasting Love. It's one of the perfect songs of the year. And once again, Billie and Phineas, they just know how to do it. A great song that's going to win Grammys. Wait, oops. Number 2. Speaking of Grammy darlings singing about Everlasting Love.
If the world was ending, I wanna be next to you.
Two of the best in the industry doing it. And like with the last song, the vocal chemistry, production from the third member of Silk Sonic, and you get magic. The content, I already said it. It's a love song and I can't do it without you type song. What more can I say? Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars are the best at what they do, but how they are not number 1? Well, before I unveil my top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Yeah, glow, stomp a look and hoe with some shell toes. Yeah, glow, slapping rap.
Glorilla had a really good year. This was just one of her many examples.
Push the fuck back off of the porch or break a pound down. Get the scrap if it happen to blow, it makes a...
Released in 2021, didn't qualify, but I'm glad it got a second win in 2023 going into 2024.
But I bet we'd have really good band cam. How you pick me up?
I'll give Sabrina Carpenter this. When she used the Tamia sample, she was able to make it work, and it's the most I like a Sabrina Carpenter song.
360. When you're in the mirror, do you know what you see? When you're in the mirror, you're just looking at me.
You know what? I enjoyed me a Brat Girl Summer.
Make me sweat, make me harder, make me...
Tyla's Breakthrough. Don't mind it. Hopefully there's more to come. Now for our next section, let's go through a few non-qualifiers that could have made this list, but didn't for whatever reason.
Just like I've been a nasty girl, nasty, I've been a nasty girl.
Yeah, this song grew on me, and I'm finally happy that Tinashe's getting her flowers.
Where my head was at when you found me. Me and you went to...
I'm surprised how much Bakar and Summer Walker fed off of each other.
I got all I need, you know nothing else can be the way that I feel when I'm...
For some reason, this wasn't bigger in America, and it should have been the proper introduction for Les Seraphim. This has a chance to become a hit in 2025. I hope it does. Before we continue, if you like what you see, go ahead and hit the like button. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well. And now, let's continue with the video. Number 1. No OVOs was harmed in the making of this section.
The superpowers get neutralized. I can only watch in silence. The first artist we...
Yeah, it wasn't going to be anything else. The song that could have been the death blow for Drake had he not responded. If Drake never got bothered by like that, he would never woken up the certified boogeyman. And it starts off with Kendrick saying, as long as you don't lie about me, the truth won't come out about you or Chubbs. Then he takes Drake's signature move by using 3 switches in production, saying he's the biggest hater, saying Drake hang around with other rappers to make him feel black enough, eventually revoking his N-word pass. He points out he sees 2 baddies when he stands by Sexy Red, then calling him out as a misogynist. Her loss might have came into play here. This, like I said, could have been the death blow for Drake, but he responded with Family Matters. Then K-Dot responded again with Meet the Grams. And again, that would have been the death blow, but Drake got so pressed, Kendrick went ahead and dropped the next diss in Not Like Us. But to me, Euphoria was the best diss song amongst this beef. Hell, it moved up in my top 10 best diss songs in general. I will put it up there with Ether, Hit 'Em Up, No Vaseline. But that's another list for another day. But I'm glad it had enough year-end impact. And with that being said, Euphoria by Kendrick Lamar is easily the best song of 2024. Tell me what y'all think in the comments below. What are the songs that I left off this list? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.